for Black and White Sports. So, the trade deadline is coming up in the NFL. And very interesting enough, Bleacher Report has come out and said that multiple teams have interest in trading for Cam Newton. Okay, as we know, I've made multiple videos on the fact that Kyle Allen should keep that Carolina job. They're winning, and he's not turning the ball over. My other thing right now is I think Cam is bored in Carolina. Okay. I'm not the biggest Cam guy. If you look at Cam's stats, he doesn't even have a two for one touchdown to interception ratio, but those stats are sort of skewed because he's got 58, almost 60 rushing touchdowns. Okay, so if you add those in, you're talking about a guy that's got nearly 250 NFL touchdowns in his career versus 108 interceptions. Cam is absolutely a playmaker, okay, and I can't deny that. And I think there's a couple of teams, in my opinion, that makes all the sense in the world. One of them, the Chicago Bears. Look, Mitch Trubisky, it's over. He's a bust, okay? Don't wait around for another year or two and get confused. You've got Blake Bortles part 2, okay? 2.0. Except I'm not sure he's as good as Blake Bortles. He's regressed under an offensive coach, okay? And I think you're starting to see the Bears defense, which I believe is historically good. They're starting to give up on this team, the defense is, because the offense can't do shit. Cam can certainly get you up and down the field. And now, would I rather see a guy like Alex Smith in Chicago? Yeah, because he wouldn't turn the ball over. See Kyle Allen, same thing. But I would understand why the Bears would do it because look how good the defense was the year that they went to the Super Bowl. Okay, so maybe you get what? 2 great years out of Cam at some point. One really good year and then another really good year a couple of years later, and maybe you really do something with Cam. The other team that makes all the difference in the world is the Denver Broncos. Joe Flacco, it's not happening. He's another one of these guys that caught lightning in the bottle like Eli Manning, and he won a Super Bowl, and it made you think Joe Flacco was a better quarterback than he is. Look, Denver's defense is good, and there are some attributes that Cam's got that John Elway would like. He's an older quarterback, except Cam's only 30, but he's a veteran. He's been to the Super Bowl. He's big. He's 6'5", 245. Has a big arm. John Elway, and he's mobile. Okay, so there's a lot of boxes that Cam would tick for John Elway. And he came out today and said Drew Lock is not ready to play. And you're just spinning your wheels right now with Joe Flacco. I mean, he's not the answer. If anything, Flacco might go somewhere next year and be a backup. But I really think Joe Flacco is probably a guy that should retire after the season. You know, he's got a big arm, but he doesn't move the ball down the field anymore. It's kind of strange, but Joe Flacco has fell off a cliff. Okay. In an age where quarterbacks are playing a lot later than his age. But that goes to show you Flacco bought himself a lot more cred once he won a Super Bowl. In turn, people are willing to take a longer chance on him. But look, I'm not a big Cam guy. I'm not. But I think for a couple of teams like Chicago and like Denver, it makes a ton of sense. They've got running games, they've got the defense. Why not see if you can have a couple of good years out of Cam Newton and make a run? Make a run. See what you've got. Denver once made a run with Tim Tebow, for crying out loud. And people coming into Denver in that high altitude trying to chase Cam Newton around. And that's the other thing. I would tell Cam, I would say, we're not putting handcuffs on you. Check out your first, maybe second read, and then run like hell. Go for it. See where it takes you. There's other teams out there too. I could see, theoretically the Dolphins, obviously. But if I was Cam and I got traded to the Dolphins, I'd probably call it a career. You tell me what you think about Cam Newton being a Bronco or a Bear. Peace. I'm out until next time.